God, today I come to you tired. Not the kind of tiredness that disappears after a night of sleep. It's the kind of weight that wakes up with me, even when my body has rested. My body sleeps, but my mind doesn't shut off. My back aches without effort, my eyes wake up heavy, and my heart starts the day already trying to endure more than it can. There are days when it's not sadness, it's not an obvious fear. It's just too much responsibility, too much worry, too many things I carry in silence. Today, Lord, I acknowledge this. I am carrying too much weight. I keep functioning. I keep showing up. But inside, something is deeply tired. Tired of staying strong. Tired of never stopping. Tired of being the one who holds everything together, the one who fixes things, the one who cannot fall. Even when I sleep, I wake up tired. Even when I rest, relief doesn't come. Because what weighs on me isn't only in my body, it's in my soul. Today I don't ask for big answers. I don't ask for immediate solutions. I ask only for relief. Teach me, God, not to carry everything alone. Today I choose to release a little. Not everything, not all at once, but a little. I release the pressure to handle everything today. I release the guilt for not performing like I used to. I release the demand to be strong all the time. I place into your hands the weight that was never meant to rest on my shoulders. If rest does not come through sleep, let it come through trust. If my body cannot relax, teach my heart to rest in you. Today, I don't need to solve everything. Today, I can breathe. God, today I recognize that provision is not only money, it is also peace. It is also pause. It is also renewed strength. Provide rest for my mind. Provide lightness for my body. Provide silence where there is noise. May what weighs so heavily today not crush me. May I move through this day with less burden and more presence. I trust that you sustain me even when I can no longer sustain myself. Today, I release a little, and I leave it with you, God. Today I don't come to you in a hurry to ask. I come too tired even to explain. There is a kind of tiredness that does not come from physical effort. It doesn't come from just one hard day. It comes from accumulated days, from nights when the body sleeps, but the mind remains on watch. I sleep, Lord, but I wake up tired. My body lies down, but it doesn't truly rest. My eyes close, yet the weight is still there when they open again. It's as if something inside me never shuts off, as if rest is shallow and the root of the exhaustion lies deeper in a place I can't always name. Today I acknowledge this. This is also weariness. This is also a limit. This also needs care. My body carries more than it appears to. It holds tensions no one sees. It carries worries that don't show up in exams. It absorbs fears that are never spoken out loud. Sometimes it hurts without a clear reason. Sometimes it feels heavy without logical explanation. Sometimes everything feels slow, as if every movement requires more energy than it should. This is not laziness. This is not lack of will. This is too much responsibility, too much self-pressure, too many thoughts that never rest. Today, God, I will not pretend to be strong. I will not minimize what I feel. I will not be ashamed of my exhaustion. I bring all of this to you because I know you see even the weight no one else notices. There are days when, beyond exhaustion, guilt shows up for being tired. Guilt for not performing like before. Guilt for lacking energy. Guilt for needing to stop. I compare myself to those who seem to handle everything. I compare myself to older versions of myself, and without realizing it, I demand even more. But today I interrupt this cycle. I was not created to carry everything alone. I was not made to live at the edge every day. I was not called to merely survive. I was called to live. Teach me, God, to recognize my limits without feeling weak because of them. I'm tired of being strong all the time, tired of holding everything together, tired of never being allowed to fall, tired of being the support while no one notices that I also need support. Sometimes the heaviest weight is having no one to hand the weight to. So today I hand it to you. even without beautiful words, even without knowing exactly how to ask. I only know that it is too heavy, and that is enough to begin. God, there is a kind of exhaustion that doesn't scream. It doesn't show up as constant tears or visible breakdowns. It simply stays. It stays when I wake up already drained. It stays when my body obeys, but my soul drags behind. It stays when everything looks normal on the outside, but inside there is a constant weight. This exhaustion comes from holding too much, from thinking too much, from worrying before the day. It comes from anticipating problems, from trying to prevent losses, from carrying responsibilities that keep growing without warning. Even when I stop, my mind keeps going. Even when I lie down, my thoughts do not lie down with me. Today, Lord, I admit this. This is wearing me down more than I want to acknowledge. I rest my body, but my heart remains alert, as if it were always waiting for something. A problem, a demand, a piece of news. It feels like rest is never complete. Something is always missing. Something is always worrying me. There are nights when I wake up in the silence with a tight chest and no clear reason. There are mornings when I get up already feeling behind, even before the day begins. This is not ingratitude. This is accumulated exhaustion. Today, I don't want to deny it. I bring all of this to you because I know you do not reject a weary heart. Sometimes my body speaks what my soul could not say. It aches. It feels heavy. It runs out of energy, as if it were saying, "This has gone too far. You've held too much. You've passed the limit." I don't want to ignore these signs. I don't want to live on autopilot. I don't want to pretend everything is fine when something inside me is asking for care. Teach me, God, to listen to these warnings before exhaustion turns into discouragement, before weight turns into giving up. There is also a hidden fear in my exhaustion, the fear of stopping and everything falling apart, fear that if I rest, things will go out of control, fear that if I release, something important will fall. That is why I keep holding. That is why I keep pushing. That is why I keep waking up tired. But today I want to trust differently. Today I want to learn that stopping is not losing, that resting is not failing, that releasing is not quitting. If I stop for a moment, you keep taking care of things. Today, God, I cannot release everything, but I can release something. I release the excess. I release what does not belong to me. I release the weight I am carrying out of fear, not real responsibility. I release anticipatory worry. I release the need to control outcomes. I release the demand to always be available. Even if I don't feel immediate relief, I choose to trust that something is already beginning to change. God, there are moments when what exhausts me most is not the problem itself, but the feeling that I must hold it all the time, as if I let go, everything would collapse, as if rest were dangerous, as if lowering my guard meant losing. But today, I don't want strength. Today, I want comfort. I want that safe place where I don't need to prove anything, where I don't need to explain everything, where I don't need to carry the world on my shoulders. And in the middle of this exhaustion, I repeat gently, not forcing myself, but allowing myself, I can release some of this today, not everything, not all at once, but some. Releasing does not mean giving up. Releasing does not mean losing. Releasing is not irresponsibility. Releasing is recognizing that I was not created to carry alone what weighs so much. There are things that don't depend only on me. There are pains that strength cannot solve. There are situations that only organize themselves when I stop gripping so tightly. So today, God, I release what I have been holding out of fear. I release excessive control. I release constant vigilance. I release the need to predict everything. And again, with a tired heart, I whisper, I can release some of this today. Sometimes my mind still resists, but my body can't take it anymore. My shoulders are tense, my breathing is shallow, my rest is thin. So I begin with my body. I release my clenched jaw, I lower my raised shoulders, I soften my tight chest. And as I breathe slowly, I let this phrase move from my thoughts into my body. I can release some of this today. Let my body learn that it is safe now, that it doesn't need to defend itself all the time, that it can rest without guilt. God, not everything will be solved today. Not everything will become clear now. Not every weight will disappear at once. And for the first time, I accept this without fighting, because everything does not need to be resolved on the same day for me to rest today. Tomorrow can take care of itself. The future can wait. Today, I only need to release enough to keep breathing. So once again, like someone settling into safety, I say, I can release some of this today. I place this weight in your arms, God, even without knowing exactly how you will resolve it, even without seeing the whole path. I trust that what I release does not fall into emptiness, it falls into your hands, and in your hands, what weighs finds care. What exhausts finds rest, what frightens finds direction. Today, I don't need to carry everything. Today, I can rest in you, because everything works itself out. But first, it is necessary to release. God, there are days when the weight has no name. It's not a specific problem. It's not a localized pain. It's accumulation of hard days, accumulation of small worries that were never resolved, accumulation of responsibilities that kept adding up without permission. And the body stores it all. The mind adapts to excess, until one day I wake up too tired even to explain. Today, I don't want to understand everything. I don't want to organize everything now. I just want to stop tightening my grip. And with this simple intention, I say again, slowly, I can release some of this today. Releasing is not abandoning life. Releasing is allowing you in. While I hold everything tightly, there is no space for your care. While I control every detail, I cannot perceive your work. So today, I open my hands, even with fear, even without visible guarantees. I trust that when I release, you sustain. I trust that what I place in your hands is not lost, it is transformed. So once again, with less tension in my chest, I can release some of this today. Teach me, God, that rest does not come after everything is solved. It begins before. It begins when I stop fighting what I cannot change right now. It begins when I accept that I don't need to solve my entire life in one single day. Today I rest, not because everything is right, but because I am in your hands. Let my body learn this. Let my mind learn this. Let my heart learn this. Everything works itself out, but now I rest. There comes a moment when the body lets go, not out of weakness, but out of trust. Breathing deepens, shoulders drop, the chest softens. This is where I want to stay today, not in control, not in vigilance, but in care. If strength comes tomorrow, it will come. If clarity comes tomorrow, it will come. Today, I stay here, and once more, as someone allowing rest, I can release some of this today. God, I trust that everything works itself out in the right time. Not everything today, not everything now, but everything in the right time. What feels confusing today will organize itself. What weighs today will find rest. What exhausts me today will be cared for. I don't need to rush the process. I only need to remain. And today, remaining means resting. So here I am, God, tired, but safe, exhausted, but supported. I bring no solutions, no strength, no answers. I bring only what I have, my exhaustion and my trust. I place everything in your arms, the weight that exceeds me, the worry that won't sleep, the fear that walks beside me, and I stay here, breathing, releasing, resting, because today I know everything works itself out. But first it is necessary to release, and today with a calmer heart, I release. I can release some of this today. Amen. If this prayer spoke to your heart, subscribe now to Prayer of Prosperity Today and share this video with someone who is tired of carrying too much alone. Write in the comments what you are choosing to release today. We will pray for you. May God give you rest where there is exhaustion, lightness where there is overload, and complete provision in your body, your mind, and your life. Today, breathe. Today, trust. Today, release a little. We'll see you in the next prayer. Amen.